I have a pretty big issue with how much heat my home lab can put off, along with everything else that I have in my office, or my lab as I call it. With all the electronics in here, between the filament dryers, the 3D printer, the home lab, and then my desktop, it can get up to 30 degrees Celsius in here. It's over 85 degrees Fahrenheit for you folks that still use it. Today, I think I've got an idea that we can capitalize on the byproduct of heat being generated from these and use it to heat my home. So let's get on with that. What this wall has is a return air back to the furnace, a way for air to get back, get reconditioned, filtered, and then redistributed throughout the house. This is important because I might be able to capture the heat at the top of this room and then redistribute it throughout my house, heating up my basement, which is the most important part. Now that we have the grill off, we need to inspect and actually find out what's going on. At the bottom, we have tin that's going back to our return air and the furnace. On the top, we have a plate of wood that we're going to have to remove in order to get access to the return air from the top of the office. We are going to have to be delicate though, because there are wires in this top plate. Now that we've cut out our top plate, we want to make sure that we clean up after ourselves. We don't want to clog up our filter, and we're not Sparkies. Just kidding, Sparkies. Now that the hallway's all taken care of, we can start working on the grill. Why go out and buy one when I have a 3D printer? Fire up Fusion 360, use those 3D design skills that I pretend I have, and design something that's relatively easy to make. Once the new grill is all printed, I just need some cleanup to do. Pop out the Murphy desk, sit down, clean up the print, off we go. I grabbed some carbon filter off Amazon and use that to black out the backside of this. It'll also help filter out any odors between upstairs and downstairs. With the filter printed and assembled, there's only a few more steps. I gotta start with clearing out all these filament spools. Quickly mark out the center of the return air duct. I use the door frame as a reference point. Mark out the return air grill and set up my dust collection system. The last step was to start up the tinnitus machine and get this thing all cut out, then put the grill back in. It almost looks like I knew what I was doing. Now that we have the return air duct from the office or the lab cut into the return air duct from the outside hallway, what kind of results are we actually seeing from this thing? So overall, I'm seeing at about 32 degrees at the return air grill up there. Now, using my thermal imaging camera, you're able to see that the grill is actually a lot hotter than the surface area around it, meaning that the grill is actually working. It's pulling in all that hot air and it's getting redistributed out to the house. My house has actually gone up 2 degrees Celsius, which is great because downstairs is a lot cooler than up here is. And one of the things that we were trying to do was warm up downstairs with this. So I would say that we've achieved that goal to a T. Now I have just one more idea on how I could make this just a little bit better and capitalize on the heat from this room just that much more. For that, I'm going to need to take down the grill and add something new to it. And that something new is a dual 120 millimeter USB fan. It's going to be acting as a booster fan. Eventually I can make it smart and then have it tied into a thermal sensor and have it turn on and off automatically. For now, I have 3 controls: low, medium, or high, and then off. To secure my new booster fan, I'm just going to be using some copper strapping. It's just some everyday plumber material. Since the fan was an afterthought, what I think I can do is just mount this with some strapping here, and then this will create a negative on this side, sucking all the air in and pressurizing this to get pulled down by the fan downstairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick and screw this in. To power the fans, I already have power behind the TV, so I'm just gonna run the cord down the wall into that. It doesn't need to look pretty. I'm planning on doing something new with this wall in the future. Now this should help out immensely with the heating. Currently with the fan off, I'm drawing about 25.3 degrees through my return air. The thermostat just above it is reading 22 degrees Celsius. Let's go see what happens when I turn the fan on and get this booster going. Going from no return air in this room to having one with a booster fan is going to make an incredible difference for heating the rest of the house. I can already tell it's making a difference. The house has gone up 2 degrees Celsius already, and that's just with the fan running. The furnace hasn't been kicked on at all. Capitalizing on all the heat generated from all the electrical equipment in the home lab, it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see how that actually contributes to our gas bill moving forward. And that's how I'm heating my house with the home lab that we built in the first video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.